Mark. The ACLU has issued a warning to Alamogordo Public Schools amid talk of, quote, protecting biological female athletes. It comes at a time when trans youth is fighting for the right to participate in sports as the gender they identify as, not the gender they were born with. News 13's Gabe Chavez reports.
The Alamogordo Public School Board had planned for a work session this weekend to discuss, quote, protecting biological female athletes. What would that entail? We reached out to the school board members and the superintendent to find out, but no one would answer those questions. Still, the ACLU is concerned. After receiving word of the workshop, they quickly wrote the district a letter to let them know if the district were to ban transgender youth from participating, that would be a violation of federal and state laws.
This is not about transgender youth at all. This is a political tactic that we're seeing being utilized nationwide to divide our communities, to generate unnecessary outrage, and to try to motivate a base of political supporters.
The ACLU argues these bans create a hostile environment for trans youth and could keep them from participating in a meaningful activity just because of who they are. But many argue there is a biological difference between males and females that could put biologically born females at a disadvantage when competing against a biologically born male. We asked the ACLU about that.
I've seen studies come out on both sides of that issue. But again, I think if we indulge in the speculation of whether or not biological differences are really behind this, what we're doing is we're giving credence to an argument that's really not the basis for why this is happening.
Under NMAA rules, athletes must compete in sports that align with the gender that is listed on their birth certificates. That includes certificates where the gender has been legally changed. In New Mexico, that can take place if the child is older than 14 and a parent or guardian has given their consent. There's a big question where the discussion in Alamogordo will lead. After the ACLU expressed concerns, this weekend's work session was canceled. Gabe Chavez, KRQE News 13.
Now, earlier this year, a group of Republican state representatives did try to pass the Women's Sports Protection Act. The proposed law would have required school sports teams to be based solely on the biological sex that is, quote, revealed at birth. That proposal never made it to a vote.